Alyssa Thomas, that's what she does. She uses her body.
I will be out Sunday, but I'm feeling a lot better, excited to get back into practice today, and then feeling really, really positive about getting back into one of the games at the back-to-back. Obviously, difficult coming back in a back-to-back.
If the NBA is going to review calls, you're saying the WNBA can review calls and act retroactive.
Sometimes the loudest voice in sports media takes a break from games to say exactly what needs to be said. Indiana Fever versus Phoenix Mercury on June 24, 2026. After a loose ball fell to the ground during the second quarter, Alyssa Thomas struck Caitlin Clark in the throat with her closed fist as she lay helpless on the ground. The ball is long gone. Thomas overtook her. There was no foul called. Due to a back ailment, Clark exited the game in the third quarter and never came back. Stephen A. Smith also had a lot to say. Let's begin with Stephen A. Smith's precise words.
If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it ain't a damn mongoose. I've said that many, many times over the years. There is a flagrant level of resentment that exists when it comes to Caitlin Clark, and it has existed since she has arrived in the league. She is the cash cow.
Although he accepted that Clark is not a helpless victim, Smith made the crucial distinction. Putting a fist in someone's throat is not the same as engaging in intense competition. Not even near. Smith then brought up the historical analogy that all WNBA executives should be aware of.
There's an elevated level of physicality that obviously compromised her availability last season where she missed a few games. There is a palpable resentment towards this girl where you have people who are resenting of her star power and her cachet. And as a result, if they have an opportunity to go at her, they're going to take.
The phrase, "don't get in the way of the cash cow," is currently resonating on all American sports platforms. He went on,
I believe there's been a failure on the part of some people to appreciate the mantra of a rising tide lifts all boats. Ride this cash cow till the wheels come off. They did it in the NBA with Magic Johnson. They did it ultimately with Michael Jordan. You know, that's how you do this. You find somebody that just galvanizes folks and ingratiates themselves with the public at large in such a way where everywhere they go and whatever they do, everybody wants to watch.
Smith went on to blame the WNBA ecosystem as a whole. Stephanie White was commended by him. An official is positioned directly on the baseline, and there are 2 points of contact with a helpless player. In the moment, there are no calls, whistles, or consequences. Due to a back ailment, Clark exited the game in the third quarter and never came back. After the game, Stephanie White spoke at the platform about everything that needed to be said.
Coming in here aware of what happened 2 nights ago? And that still happens?
What?
Absolutely unacceptable.
No, she didn't, dude.
Absolutely
she just
unacceptable.
cursed.
And the reckless closeout that they actually reviewed, and the foot still comes down on top of the defender's foot that wasn't upgraded? Absolutely disrespectful.
The WNBA retroactively escalated the incident to a flagrant 2 penalty the day after the game and fined Thomas $1,000 and suspended her for dangerously making contact with Indiana Hoosiers guard Caitlin Clark's throat with her fist, citing it as a non-basket act. On Saturday, Thomas completed his ban.
WNBA is putting itself well in the category of the WWE, where you don't really talk about the games. You talk about all the stupid stuff that surrounded. They're also trying to make Alyssa Thompson a victim for the throat punch heard around the world of Caitlin Clark.
Nate Tibbetts, the head coach of the Mercury, did not take it quietly. He spent about 3 minutes defending his player in a statement prior to Thomas serving the sentence. He claimed that the suspension was based on social media screenshots rather than a comprehensive investigation, called Thomas not cheap, and called the Whites cheap shots. He claimed that before issuing the penalty, the league never had a conversation with him, Thomas, or their security team.
On my disappointment with the suspension process by our league and our leaders in the W, this was not a thorough investigation, in my opinion. The people involved were not questioned at all. It's extremely disappointing. No one from the league called AT, our security team, or myself about what we felt like happened in this situation. There is a protocol to be followed. Just coming from the NBA, there's been many investigations that I've heard about that there was calls on both sides, and that was not done in this situation, and that's disappointing.
Alyssa Thomas then gave her first speech on Tuesday, June 30th. The play, according to her, was a total accident. She claimed that it wasn't until after the game that she realized what had transpired. Thomas revealed that she and her teammates had been subjected to racial epithets and death threats. Additionally, she took aim at Kathy Engelbert, the commissioner of the WNBA.
In the day, it's basketball. Basketball is meant to be physical. Like I said, I didn't even know that play happened. If you watch the clip back, no one in the stands, their bench knew that it happened.
Thomas claimed no responsibility for the play itself and described a closed fist to the throat of a helpless athlete as an absolute accident. She turned herself into the main victim in a tale that started with a referee standing there doing nothing while Clark was on the ground with a fist in her throat. It is possible for both to be true at the same time. All of the WNBA's players must be shielded from danger. Additionally, a fist to the throat cannot be written off as a basketball mishap by the WNBA.
Now we're being painted as thugs and there's death threats out on us. So it's really unacceptable. It's something that needs to change in this league, and I'm just really excited.
This was not debated by the fans. Reactions erupted in waves as soon as Smith's remarks appeared on social media. Inadvertently, Caitlin Clark is pressuring the WNBA to become something it doesn't want to be, a legitimate company that generates revenue. Imagine bringing record viewership to a league that has profited and still get treated this way, a fan commented. The arena is packed solely to see her. Caitlin Clark is deserving of royal treatment. There won't be another chance like this. There was another post.
Deals with a lot of there's a lot of rhetoric behind her that she really has no control over, and I think that the way she handles that is just amazing. Like, I think when it comes to the game of basketball, like, she's probably top 5 most famous people that are playing right now, just in general. That includes our league as well.
The WNBA's officiating is simply out of control. One of their superstars, possibly the best, will suffer severe injuries if they don't exercise caution. The fan who had never seen the WNBA before to June 24th was the next to write. To be honest, I don't watch many WNBA games, but I'm watching this one. Is this typical for her? A new viewer, my goodness. A punch to the throat was their initial reaction.
The referees, the officials completely missed the call. Because this happened to Caitlin Clark, and we're in this mode where every time Caitlin Clark is fouled, anytime anybody breathes on her, it brings out the hottest, the most scorching of takes. So in Boomer Esiason's mind is that Caitlin Clark is straight and white and therefore deserves a little bit more respect. And what he said was racist.
Because of what happened to Caitlin Clark, the officials and referees totally missed the call. We're in a situation where every time Caitlin Clark gets fouled and someone breathes on her, the hottest, most burning takes come out. Boom Eras believes that because Caitlin Clark is white and straight, she should be treated with a little more decency. Furthermore, his remarks were racist.
I'm not surprised that the league went back and fined Alyssa Thomas, but I think at the same time, it's tough to think that official would have missed that they didn't have a replay on it. That was tough to me. And I think overall, the league's got to do better. The officials have got to do better, but also players. Players have to clean.
It wasn't only Stephen A. Smith. Not even near. During her appearance on CBS Sports We Need to Talk, WNBA legend Lisa Leslie did not hold back.